Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. 5:40. Guys, we got to do that over. We're doing it over, guys. We're doing it over.
Oh, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. What is going on, CandleMafia? Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you guys for spending your precious time with the CandleMafia and your boy Frankie Candles to do 2 hours of technical analysis, which I never say. I always say TA, but technical analysis. It makes it sound advanced, guys. But yeah, we're going to be doing 2 hours of TA today, guys, as Bitcoin has gotten a little bit of a dump to the downside in the short term. We're going to be taking a look at some levels underneath us that we have to be keeping an eye out for some potential bounces. But all in all, guys, price action really hasn't moved that much. We're kind of just wiggling around in a sideways range that we will take a look at in just a second. If you've watched any piece of our content in the past week or so, you will know exactly what range we're talking about. Guys, this is somewhat of a good thing and a boring thing. It's a good thing because we can make tons of money scalp trading these ranges from the lows to the highs and then back from the highs to the lows. So it's an amazing, predictable range trading opportunity. However, If you're looking for Bitcoin to make a move, you're probably, like I said on the morning show, you're probably asleep at this point. But yeah, not really much has happened other than us just moving back to the bottom of our range, which was expected. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at those key levels to the downside and kind of some new things that are popping up on the chart, guys, because there are some warning signs on that chart that could be indicating that move to the downside that we've been talking about for like weeks, right? We've been looking at the same warning signs saying, hey, this may be the thing that brings us to the downside. And then we got a couple invalidations, but now those things are starting to pop up again. So we're going to take a look at those bearish signs. Yeah, apparently the scammers are active today, guys. Shout out to Tyler. Thank you for being here, Tyler. He says, my boy Frankie live streaming and sending me a friend request on Discord. What an awesome cat. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Yeah, guys, got a bunch of people getting reached out to by Frankie Candles. It is not me. V-Slim said, hey, Frank, I just sent you my Bitcoin. Can't wait for you to send 2 back. Shout out to V-Slim. I know he's kidding, but if you don't know, guys, that is a very common scam going around in the crypto space. If you've been here for any amount of time, I will never trade for you. I will never ask you to send me money. Even if I'm telling you I will send you more back. The only thing I will ever ask you for is a physical address to send you a giveaway if we give you one of these awesome hats, or maybe some of this ISO 20022 coin merch. We'll either ask you for a physical address to send you a giveaway or a wallet address, not a seed phrase, an address to send you some free crypto to. Other than that, I will never ask you to send me money or anything like that. So be very, very careful, guys. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at those key levels to the downside, as well as some of those bearish things we have to keep our eye on, guys. But hey, when Bitcoin is asleep, the altcoins or the dogs come out to play. So we will be taking a look at Dogecoin as Dogecoin has gotten an absolute moonshot. Absolutely insane, guys. In our morning premium live stream, guys, I was talking to the Discord and they were like, oh my God, Doge is up 15%. And I'm like, I'm getting trolled. I went to Doge and I was like, oh my God, it is up like crazy. So we're going to be taking a look at that. What caused the pump? Where is it going? Is it just kind of a fake out pump and now it's going to dump? Or is this a sustainable move to the upside? And I was having some really interesting conversations in the office today about Dogecoin and how I may be switching my tune on, maybe adding Dogecoin, which is a meme coin. I don't hold meme coins, guys. I will trade them, but I do not hold them. However, I was talking in the Discord earlier today. Dogecoin is something that on Saturday or Friday, you guys know we did take that, I took that degenerate short trade on Doge to kind of prove to you guys why we took that degen, or I took that degen short trade on Doge on Friday, guys. We kind of just looked at the chart. I saw a couple of confirmations that it might come down, and I kind of wanted to teach you guys a lesson about using a lot of leverage. Basically, what I wanted to do was take this really risky trade with not that much confluence, and I was kind of hoping I would get wrecked to show you guys that you can't just short random signals. You have to have your confluence. You have to actually do more than 3 minutes of TA to get into a confident trade. I got into the 50x short trade, guys, and it hit for like 70% or something like that. And I was like, no, that's not what I wanted to happen. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but like I kind of wanted to get wrecked so you guys can learn a lesson. But now I feel like I might have taught you the wrong lesson because you're like, he told us not to take degen 50x short trades, and then he took one on stream and crushed it. But that's not what I meant, guys. Do not trade with 50x leverage unless you know what you're doing or you're using money that you're willing to risk 100%. But I'm going to bring that trade up, shout out to Sailing to Crypto. But yeah, it's I'm going to bring that trade up because, guys, basically the point I wanted to make with that Doge short was it's more about the management of the trade, right? Your TA can be right, but it's all that management of the trade. And I just wanted to show you guys how quickly you could go from being in the green to the red. But yeah, the Honorable Mike, he said humble brag. Not really. Well, I get what you're saying. But yeah, I really wanted to get wrecked on that. But here's the thing. I'm gonna crush that humble brag because, guys, I got liquidated on that trade. So I want to talk about that for a second, and it just hammers home my point that sure, the TA was on, right? The TA was on point. We were able to get that move down. But anyone who may have been watching that trade, you will notice I got liquidated, which again I'll talk about in a second. Very, very shortly after the stream, right? We went from, sitting at break even, and then we were massively in profit, and then 3 minutes later, it's gone. right? So I kind of want to talk about that and caution you guys, when you're using that high leverage, you could go from massive profit to absolutely nothing in the snap of a finger. So, but it was really funny. Shout out to anybody who saw that trade. Like, as soon as we got off the stream, that thing crushed, which is literally the opposite of what I wanted to happen. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, we will be checking out Dogecoin as it is getting an absolute moonshot. So we'll be taking a look at that. What are the next targets for Dogecoin? And if we do get a pullback, where can we pull back to? We'll take a look at all of that, guys. So without further ado, before we jump on into the charts, guys, let's go ahead and say what is going on to the Mafia. And just right off the bat here, shout out to Dave Digital. He says, this time tomorrow, I'm going to be rich AF on my $100 Bing X bonus 5X Doge and Shiba trades. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit more about Bing X coming up here very soon, guys. Shout out to Joe Rod. Thank you for being here. Indiana Candles. What is going on, bro? He says, yes, indeed. I'll be watching for those 10 BTC in my grave. Shout out. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Thank you for being here. We got Paper Planes 210. What is going on, bro? Chucking up those candle emojis. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. We got Trey Blake in the house. Gary C. Slugger Slug. What is going on? Steven Atwell. As always, he said, can I trade your Bitcoin for you, Frankie? I'm getting better, bro. Shout out to Steven Atwell. Maybe one day. Maybe, I mean, I think I like trading too much, but maybe one day we will outsource my trades and I'll just become the guy on camera. And it's like, I guess one day when we go big time, I'll just have someone that executes our trades for us. And I won't actually click the buy or sell button. But continuing on here, thank you for being here, man. We got Mankey Sandals. What is going on, bro? Says 100x is ridiculous. Shout out to Mankey Sandals. Some people call us Mankey Sandals, Frankie Scandals. Some other ones I'm not going to get into, but shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Nate, Quantum Divergence, as always, happy to have you. And Jessica, our female resident Candle Mafia representative. Thank you for being here. Always repping the female Candle Mafia crew. Let's get it. Shout out to Crypto Main. Donato Cabrera, what is up? Tyler Rayburn. Joe Rod, we said hi to you already. Michael, what is going on? And last but not least, we got Jeet Corp. What is going on? He says, Frankie representing. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. We got Bufo on the beat and Caveman in here as well. Bufo, how you doing, bro? But guys, with all that being said, we got some stuff to look at here as, we do. Mondays, usually there's something to look at because a few days have gone by. Excuse me. But with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Here we go. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and turn our, what is this? Door to 305. That's wrong. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and turn off our TA here and just take a look at our raw price here and see, starting off on our high time frames, see what we got going on here and see, what is kind of going on that is different than yesterday. What is this? Why is Market Cypher B tweaking out? There we go. Okay, here we go. Poo-Poo on the beat said, oh my God, it's going to dump. I hope so. I've been waiting for spanking the candle. Let's go. Yeah, guys, shout out to all of our wonderful mods, guys. We got Frankie pulled his fib, a.k.a. Captain Kirk. What is going on, Captain Kirk? We got Chemistry Bro, our newest member of the Candle Mafia mods. We got Tyler Durden. Where's he at? I saw him in here before. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Shout out to D Petty Crypto. Shout out to Crypto Anon Crypto Billy, Rob the Crypto Snob, and Tony D. I think that's all of them. And now we got an extra one. Oh, God, it's going to be hard to remember, but shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much. Guys, show the mods some love in chat. They do so much for our channel, and I appreciate them endlessly. They are literally the lifeblood of this channel, and if we did not have them, it would be a disaster. So shout out to them. They do a lot more work than you guys would assume that a regular mod does. They are legitimate parts of our team. They are not just, someone, just random people in here that are just like, modding chat. They do a lot more than that, and we do appreciate them. So show them some love in chat, guys. They're always willing to help you guys out in the Discord, and that's why we love them. But with all that being said, guys, let's jump into the charts here. On the weekly time frame, guys, Bitcoin is doing the same thing it was doing last week. But nothing really new to take away from here, guys. VWAP is continuing to curve down. No red dot. Money flow still curving towards the... Still working its way up towards that zero line, but kind of starting to pull out here just a slight bit. But really nothing new to pull away from this weekly time frame. Your 6 day. Now, you guys will remember on last week's live streams, we were looking at that 6 day saying, hey, all these higher time frames have bullish-looking money flow except for that 6 day. And that 6 day was starting to come out here, but kind of some good news here. Not the most bullish sign ever, but, better to have this happen than not. But you could see that 6 day money flow is starting to roll its way back up here. Nice little curvature starting to form here. However, guys, that VWAP is coming to the downside. Once that red dot does print on the 6-day, it is likely going to pull us a little bit deeper into the red on that money flow. But one thing to realize here is that, you may just kind of come down a little bit, but generally you may continue to move up here. So money flow coming in the right direction, and the fact that we have this little curvature happening here now, rather than having that sharp spike to the downside, this is starting to look a lot better, right? But again, VWAP is working its way towards the zero line, which again, if you guys watched the live stream last week, you will know that I am long-term bullish. I do think eventually we will make it up into that 30K, 31, 32, maybe even 33K level, and maybe even get a move up into this other area of consolidation and potentially come visit that macro golden pocket up at about 48 to 50K. Obviously, we are pretty far away from there, but I am long-term bullish, guys, because of the way that the weekly money flow looks, creeping up towards that zero line, looking for a crossover into the green. I am long-term bullish. This is a healthy uptrend here. We have massive move, a low, higher high. We have bullish market structure on the higher time frames. This is looking good all in all, especially with the money flow on the higher time frames. But the VWAPs would suggest a small move to the downside before a continued move up, which literally sounds like a meme at this point, because as we have been saying this, guys, for literally 2 weeks straight, as we've just been kind of bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, just going sideways against this area of resistance, which we'll look at in just a second. But, my sentiment essentially remains exactly the same as it did last week. Long-term bullish, but I am still looking for a little. We are getting this move to the downside, but I do think we could continue down a little bit more before finally getting another leg up into the 30,000s. And that is for some very specific reasons that we will go over in just a second. But shout out to Nagashi Sagmoto, says, big up CandleMafia, love to the people. Frankie providing the best alpha as usual. Shout out to Nagatoshi Sagamoto. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you for being here. 25K sounds great, and we will take a look at those levels to the downside in just a second. But, again, weekly, VWAP looking for a cool-off potentially, but money flow is looking good. 6-day money flow is improving, but that VWAP is calling for a cool-off. Your 5-day money flow is still in the green here. VWAP calling for a cool-off. 4-day is printing a red dot now. Guys, this is kind of where, those bearish puzzle pieces indicating that move to the downside start to pop up, and it begins with this 4-day red dot now printing. We do have another 3 days and 2 hours to confirm this, but this would technically be a bearish sign, and I'm going to come on over here to another chart, and I'm going to go ahead and, what's this one? I'm going to go ahead and, we'll hide the TA there and actually go to Bitcoin. There we go. And I do just kind of want to take a look at that 4-day for just a second, because there is something interesting happening here, guys, and it can potentially be a little bit of a bearish sign, and that is a somewhat of a bearish divergence on the 4-day. Now, this is not the strongest divergence. This is more of what I would call an exaggerated divergence, where you don't really have much of a lower high on your momentum waves. Now, granted, there is technically a lower high on your momentum wave, so you do technically have lower highs with higher highs, which gives you that bearish divergence. And again, that 4-day time frame is a very, very high time frame to have that on, meaning it may play out in a big way. But kind of more, this isn't the strongest divergence I've ever seen, because really to see that lower high really come out, you have to zoom in a lot. So what I would do here is I would actually go ahead and I would kind of consider this somewhat of a exaggerated divergence, where you have closer to equal highs here. And again, this is technically a lower high, so the div is there, but not the strongest angle on your momentum here. So I would consider this somewhat of an exaggerated bullish, bearish divergence, which oftentimes will either kind of give you a little bit of a weaker, it typically is a weaker signal, and sometimes from time to time can be a false signal. But let alone that red dot would be just alone be a little bit more of a bearish look, and nothing really scary here, but your money flow is starting to curve out to the downside just a little bit here, which is to be expected with that red dot. But that's your first bearish puzzle piece, red dot on the 4-day with that exaggerated / bearish divergence, or exaggerated bearish divergence, and then moving our way Let me get rid of that line. Moving our way over to the 3-day. That 3-day, however, is looking to print a much stronger bearish divergence when we get that red dot, which may happen in the next 2 hours here, guys. We have an hour and 55 minutes to print another candle here on the 3-day time frame, in which case, once that red dot does print, we will be printing a bear div on the 3-day, which is typically a very bearish sign. And again, even though I'm saying very bearish, guys, still not calling for it to nuke to 18K or something. But again, just calling for a smaller pullback before another leg up. I just do like to reiterate that because sometimes when you're saying, hey, bear div, bear div, bear div, people think you're like mega bearish. I just want to come off very clearly. I am not mega bearish. I just do think it's more likely that we get a small move down before another move up. And by small move, I mean bigger than these little, I think we will break this range and come down a little bit before getting that next move up. And that red dot on the 3-day is something I'm watching to kind of add a little bit of confluence to that. And now we come to the 2-day. Now, guys, I want to talk about this for a minute because, as you know, this is something we've been looking at forever, right? We were looking at this 2-day bear div for quite some time last week, the week before that, whatever. I don't remember exactly when. But we had this bearish divergence with the red dot printing. Money flow was coming out. Price is making a higher high. Again, 2-day money flow is starting to roll back out here just a little bit. Just taking a look here, you guys will know that the other day or late last week, we were getting that green dot, I believe on, I guess it was Tuesday. We were getting that green dot on the daily, which I was kind of saying, this was likely printing because we did get somewhat of a scam wick on some exchanges. Actually was not on the Femex chart, which is what we're looking at right now. But we got that green dot, and there was a big scam wick into the 29,000s. It was at like 29.3 on a lot of the exchanges, and we were saying on the stream, like, that was likely what caused that green dot, and I was not seeing that as a mega bullish signal because I was saying even if we do get that even bigger move up on the 2-day, we could come up pretty high and still maintain a lower high on our momentum wave, maintaining that bearish divergence. And that's exactly what happened, right? That green dot was basically formed from that scam wick, and then it was pretty quickly swallowed up by this red dot on the 2-day, and now we're in the position which I thought was going to happen, which is the bear div on the 2-day is now printing again, right? And if you guys remember, I think it was maybe on Wednesday or Thursday we were talking about that happening, and we did see that happen as, basically as we were looking for it, right? Now coming down to our daily, this is another thing that we've been looking at, guys. Last week or late last week, that was making me, again, I was saying, if this bearish sign pops up, we'll just add more and more confluence to a potential move to the downside before getting our next move up. And that is the daily bearish divergence on the daily time frame, right? I don't know where else it would be popping up, but you guys can see that, right? We do have our higher highs on price. Let me go ahead and readjust that just a whoops. We just readjust that just a tiny bit there. So there you go, right? We do have our higher highs on our price action. Super sketchy line, but you guys get the point. Higher highs on our price action. And we did wind up, this was actually something I was saying, we kind of speculatively looked for this. I was saying, hey, guys, we just drew it with the brush. I was like, we were somewhere over here with this green dot. I was like, hey, guys, if we get a slightly higher high here, I would look for the momentum wave to come up and back down just like this to potentially put in a daily bear div, which would be a bearish sign. Shout out. Let me know if you were in the live stream. I don't know if it was on Friday or Thursday or whenever when we were talking about this, guys. It popped up exactly as we were looking for. Question is it going to play out like we are looking for is another question. But it did pop up here, giving us that local daily bear div on top of the the larger time frame bear div that we had print on the daily. With momentum coming out and money flow coming out with price action coming up. And then we printed this next little local one. And then I think we even said, if we get this more local bear div, maybe at that point we have the 2-day bearish divergence printing again, which again is happening right now. And then the other thing we were looking for was that 3-day bear div, which did not pop up yet, but is likely to print in about an hour and 50 minutes. So if that 3-day bear div prints, guys, that is where you want to start being a little bit cautious for this move to the downside, right? And now, continuing down, it was a point for the bulls here. The money flow crossovers into the green on the 16 and the 12-hour. 12-hour is rolling back to the downside, and that 16-hour is back in the red. So So just kind of bing-bonging around there for a little bit as of right now. But we did cross over into the green, which could be foreshadowing a bigger crossover into the green or a more sustainable crossover into the green like we see right here with this big wave. But clearing our levels here, I do just want to continue on here down to the lower time frames. Now, our 4-hour did print that red dot as we are getting a bigger move down. So those are the things on the higher time frames, guys, that we need to keep an eye on. 3-day bear div, 2-day bear div, and daily bear div. These are things, and again, on the daily, guys, one thing you want to realize, another kind of insult to injury here is that not only are you getting that red dot with the beautiful lower high on your momentum waves, but your money flow is getting pulled down pretty harshly right here. So we're going to get a little bit more of a clearer view here in about 2 hours when we print that next daily candle. But again, not only are you getting the bear dip, but you do have money flow coming out as well. And one more time, guys, I do just want to hammer home, I am not like mega bearish on Bitcoin. If you're just tuning in, you know, a lot of that was doom and gloom. But you know, for anyone who just kind of pulled in here, I don't know, like you're driving a car, like you just pulled up to the drive-through. You know, really what I'm expecting here is just a smaller move down before a bigger move to the upside, right? So, but yeah, all the writing is on the wall here, right? Not only do we have money flow generally coming out, we have it locally getting ripped to the downside as well. So, if we get this move down, guys, and I will, although I do think it's a much less likely case, we will cover the upside in case we don't get that move down. I want you guys prepared in either direction, but I will be very clear. I am definitely still leaning towards more downside before another move up, or at least just continued consolidation here, right? So, all right, so now that we covered that, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those key levels that we need to be keeping an eye on as far as it goes for Bitcoin, right? Let me go ahead and change this. This is not the door to Miami. This is the door to 30K, not the door to Mr. 305. But there you go, door to 30K. Now, just to cover this stuff real quick with you guys, you know, obviously we do have this monumental, we've been calling it, resistance as we've held this level as support basically throughout the whole bull market. This is also a value area low of your entire top here of the bull market if you unextend this from the right. There you go, right? So there's many reasons why this is a strong level, guys. Not only was it very strong support all throughout the bull market, you have a value area low in there, and then you also have this more local range within here right there, giving you a local value area low, POC, and value area high, which comes into a lot of the levels we're looking at here. You also have a golden pocket coming in this level, so very, 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 very strong resistance here, which is likely why we're having such a hard time getting through it, right? So let me just go ahead and get rid of these trend lines real quick. And guys, don't forget to smash that like button. I forgot to say that. We got 1,022 people in here right now. We are going for 850 likes, guys. If we get 850 likes on tonight's live stream, I will spin that wheel 20 times to kick off that weekly giveaway with a nice, strong, high number of spins. And if we get 1,000 likes on today's stream, I will give away a free month of the premium Discord memberships. To one lucky CandleMafia member, you will get a free month of the premium Discord. So go ahead and smash that like button. Let's go. Shout out to Beth Up, said 1K watching. Smash that like button, baby. Let's go. Shout out to I'm My Hero in the house. Let's get it. Shout out to Slugger Slug. Let's go. But let's go ahead and continue on here because there are some interesting levels, right? So obviously this is the level that we are kind of just nailing our head on right here. Now, the most important area of resistance is going to be this level here, the door to 30K, coming in at about $28.8 thousand. Now, the reason this is the key level, guys, I know a lot of you guys probably know this already because we talk about it every day. But if we can get above that level, guys, and hold support decisively on that value area low of this little previous range that we had back here, that is, again, the door to 30K, right? Because that opens up the door because we know due to the volume profiles, guys, once you get above that value area low and hold it as support, it is likely that you will get a ride up to your point of control, which is actually coming in right here at about $30,100. And again, once you get accepted into this previous area of balance within this white box, right? Within this white box, which is just representing the previous range or the previous value area that we had created up here. Actually, it doesn't go up that high. The actual value area high is right there. However, we are still looking at some levels up here. But, the point is, once you get above that value area low from down here and you hold that as support right here, that is likely, once you hold that value area low support, the next likely spot for price to go is going to be to that POC, which is coming in at about $30,000. And if you can get above that POC, that's where you can get a ride up into your value area high, which is coming in at about $31,300. And then you also do have some wicks up in these levels, getting closer to that 32,350 level. And then you have a 786 up here, which gets, kind of a bit higher, right? So I don't want to cover too many levels here, but that is essentially kind of why we are looking at these levels as such key important levels to flip to support, because it's not just a random level, guys. We need to flip that value area low to open up the door to more upside, and if that does happen, those are the next targets I am looking for. So if for some reason we get a VWAP flip on the daily, the bear div winds up getting invalidated. Oh, hold up. Oh yeah, no, the 4-day has been printing. I thought this was the I thought that was the 3-day. But, if we get a VWAP flip on the daily, we get an immediate green dot, and for some reason we get an absolute rip through all these levels, those would be the next targets I'm looking for. But again, that is the less likely case, in my opinion, just because of the way that the higher time frames look. So now, where are we looking to the downside, right? And that basically comes in, we're basically looking at the same levels we were looking at last week, guys, because again, if you just zoom out here, nothing has really happened. Everyone's like, oh my God, we're falling. We are getting a move to the downside, but we are essentially just moving sideways here, guys. But next major level to the downside for Bitcoin that I would be looking at would be this. And I see those super chats, guys. I will come right back to those in actually, let me just cover them right now. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. Hey, bro, shout out to you, man. That's not a small super chat, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. He just says, you're awesome. I can't read. It says you're amazing. I don't know why I said awesome. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. I might be amazing, but you're awesome, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for always showing support, man. And thank you for being here and being such a big part of the Candle Mafia. We appreciate you, bro. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. And then also we got shout out to Crypto Gideon. Let's go. Shout out to you. I don't know why I say your name like Gideon, but I feel like I got to keep it going. Shout out to Crypto Gideon. I appreciate you, bro. He said, I just want to know if we're going up or down. And he said satire. It's satire. Shout out to Crypto Gideon. You're funny, bro. You are funny. And shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Gideon always gifts us or gifts the Candle Mafia mad memberships. So thank you for showing support all the time, bro. And thank you for that super chat. You're the man. But continuing on, next major level of support I would be looking for, guys, really remains the same as the last live streams from last week. And really, that next major level is going to be that 25K level, right? Now, not only is this the value area high of our macro range here, but you can see we also just would come down to test these highs. Now, the real level I am looking at here, guys, isn't just 25K. It's between 25.3 and about 24.6, right? Basically to the bottom of these daily candle bodies. And I'm going to go ahead and make that blue. Just because blue's a much more bullish color than purple, in my opinion. But there you go, right? So that is the next major level I'd be looking at for to either look for some scalp longs, next major level. There are some other levels up here where we're scalp range trading these little volume profiles up here in the premium. But the next major level I'm looking to like really add some serious money to my swing long would be if we can come down here and get some bullish consolidation. Well, if we can get some bullish consolidation or just some bullish confirmations at this level, that's where I will be looking to add a lot to my swing long to hopefully ride that thing back up to 30K. Kind of a similar situation that we had over here where we were coming up, we wiggled up into this, right? And this is kind of what I'm getting reminded of, right? This whole area kind of reminds me as when we were in this area, right? We just kept getting signals that we were coming down, and we just kept this was brutal. We just kept creeping up, and I really started feeling crazy at this time, and I'm like, God, this thing is not going to go down. It's like, it's screaming, I want to go down, and I just feel like it's never going to happen. And then finally, patience prevailed, and we wound up finally getting that move to the downside, right? So kind of expecting something similar, right? Just kind of a small move before a bigger move up, or something like this as well, where you're just kind of hammering that level of resistance. Finally, you get a move down, and then, you get that next big leg up. So looking for something similar here, but more at this level, at between 25.3 and 24.677. And then if we, guys, this is also going to be a very important level of resistance, not just, or level of support, not only because that's where we're looking for bounces. And again, guys, nothing really has changed. So we went over this last week a bunch. But if we lose this level, guys, at about, 25K, and we get accepted below this value area and we cannot get it back above this value area, or value area high, I should say, that is where we are expecting to get accepted all the way back down to our point of control and even eventually back down towards our value area low, where we have a naked point of control as well as the value area low of the range, and that is coming in at $20,400. So this is kind of, this is the door, this level here at $28,800 is the door to 30K, and then 25K may wind up being the door to 20K or just lower prices in general if we get accepted back into this area of balance, right? Because right now we are outside of the value area. However, we are starting to bring some more volume in. We talk about this a lot. When you get more volume coming in on your profile, that's where you kind of hang out and consolidate. But understand that once we lose this range, essentially this NPOC coming in at $27,042, if we lose that, there's a pretty big fall off in volume all the way back down to that 25K level. So if we come down here, lose that NPOC, that's where you might get the quick move down before the move up. And then again, if you start losing this level, that's where I would flip a little bit more bearish in the medium term. Maybe we come down to test that local golden pocket, which again, this would also be an interesting level to watch because this is the local golden pocket of this entire move from the low to the high. This is the golden pocket of that entire move, which could be a good place to come down and make a higher low. You got a low, and then come up and make a higher low on higher time frames to get that big move up. So again, guys, not much has changed on Bitcoin. That is basically what I am looking at as far as moves to the downside. Again, my sentiment remains the same. Higher time frames, still calling, we got stalled out a little bit the other day. And remember, I said when that green dot on the 2-day, if it does if it does confirm, it may just wind up dragging out this range longer, which unfortunately seems like that's what's happening. But that is basically what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, guys. Very, very similar outlook as last week. Bullish in the long term, slightly bearish, looking for a little bit more of a pullback in the medium term, and then short term, we are just shorting these, trading these sideways ranges. As you guys know, we show this a lot on the stream. Basically, our sideways range, kind of this local sideways range, and again, it's just this local sideways range. We've done really, really well in the premium Discord, or the kitchen, as I call it. We've done really well just kind of making money, trading these, shorting the highs to the lows, longing the lows to the highs, and just really just getting these trades from the highs of the range to the lows of the range, back to the POC, back to the lows, back to the highs, back to the POC, back to the lows. So we are just scalping this little range, this little sideways local range, while we're waiting for Bitcoin to get a bigger move, either above this level, above this range, or below this range. And again, I do think it's more likely to get the break to the downside. However, now you guys are prepared in both directions. I am still in my swing long position as well as a swing short position. Swing long is massively in profit. Short is at about break even. If we do, somebody in the premium Discord asked me today, if we wind up getting a move up, am I closing my swing short at that point? And the answer is no. I will be looking to potentially build my short position. If we get another push up into this white box, potentially towards that POC, I may look to add even more to my short position as the higher daily time frames roll back over with the VWAPs. Because if you could get a nice... What happened? Oh, there we go. If you could get a nice short position built up for that weekly red dot, and that weekly is a little bit overbought as well, you may be able to catch a decent little move to the downside before continuing up. But there you go, guys. That is basically what I am looking at on Bitcoin. Again, not really too much exciting stuff happening, but thank God we got Dogecoin going nuts that we're going to check out in just a second. Also, XRP, guys. We're going to be checking out on XRP as the weekly is still looking very, very bullish, and we have come down to the the exact level that we were looking at on this live stream to come down and bullishly test some key levels of support, and if held, could be massively bullish for the price of XRP. So we're going to take a look at that as well. And of course, guys, how long have I been going for here before I sick you guys on the chat? Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at some of your favorite altcoins, go ahead and send them in chat. I'm going to take a quick look at Ethereum. Maybe we'll take a look at the DXY, and then Rob the Crypto Snob, or Chemistry Bo, or Tyler Durden, or Crypto Anon, or Crypto Billy, Tony D, somebody, Captain Kirk, somebody's going to count up those altcoin votes and get me the results so I know what altcoins to look at of your requests. And with all that being said, guys, shout out to Crypto Gideon for gifting 10 Frankie Candles memberships. We mentioned he gives away the memberships, and there's the receipts right there. Shout out to Crypto Gideon, giving away like one of the top membership gifters, I believe. I think him and Hannah King, and we got a bunch of people. Crypto Pollo, Crypto and Yogurt, everybody be giving away the Frankie Candles memberships. I think it's like a competition who can give away the most. Shout out to Connor Anderson, just entered the chat. I'm just kidding, bro. I don't know if you just entered. I just saw your name for the first time. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, and then shout out to Connor Anderson. Yes, massive confluence where Frankie is looking for it to bounce. Yeah, shout out to Connor Anderson. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. He brought this up in the premium Discord, and Connor Anderson just brought it up. Just another level of confluence that we have at that 25K level, guys, is going to be that the 200-week moving average does come in right at that level as well. Would be a beautiful, beautiful look. Let's go ahead and do I have it on here? I do not. Let's pull up that 200-week moving average really, really, really quickly, because it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get not the 9,200 moving average. We don't need that. But yeah, if we get that 200-week moving average, it would make a lot of sense, right? Like you see it just coming right in on that level as well. It would be nice to come down, tap that 200-week, flip it to like really test it as support, because if we turn off the TA here, you could see like we really haven't gotten a full move down to bounce off that 200-week, which would be very nice. You could see here we drop below it, bearish retest, big rejection. We came back up, kind of a bearish test, breakout. Now we want that bullish test to really kind of nestle in there, get that strong support, bend the knees, lock and load the calves to absolutely get a massive, massive jump to the upside. I'm exaggerating kind of, guys. I just wanted to get the calves in there. But there you go. Again, just just some more confluence there if you're looking at those levels. And then shout out to, what is this? Shout out to Deepak, says, bro, you're awesome. Thanks for breaking this down and making it so easy to learn. I have paid my tuition. Now I set my trap and sit on my hands. We're going to have to go ahead and make a t-shirt that says, set your trap, sit on your hands. And then maybe we'll just put money falling all over the shirt. But yeah, that's the way to do it, man. You got to have a trading plan. You cannot just blindly trade crypto or any financial asset. You got to set a plan or your trap and then sit on your hands, wait for price to come in, and then make your trading decisions once price enters your trap. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's go ahead and jump into some of the altcoins, guys. Cozy Babe in the chat. What is going on, Cozy Babe? Thank you for being here. Kurt Eichler, what is going on, man? Thank you for being here. This is the Bitcoin way. Hey, what's going on? Dave Digital says, your emoji is live, Cozy. Hey, Cozy's got an emoji. What the heck? Let's go. Shout out to Cozy Babe. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the altcoins. Go ahead and throw your altcoins in. I don't know if you guys already did that, but I am real quick going to go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, and we will also take a look at Dogecoin. But real quick, I just want to jump in on these lower time frames real quick. Yeah, nice little bounce on Bitcoin. As are for our, I guess this red dot is still printing. I don't think we're out of the woods just yet here. But let's go ahead and jump on into Ethereum, as your grandmother might call it. But if you want to call it the right name, guys, just call it Eth. It is what it's called. Ask Vitalik. I'm actually personal friends with Vitalik, and he said, I don't know why everybody says ETH. It's actually Eth. And yeah. But anyway, yay, triple shout out to me, Connor Anderson. Make that a sextuplet. I don't know what it's called. Shout out. But yeah. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Taking a look at Ethereum, guys. And again, right, it's times like these that test our patience, right? Just how long can we go sideways and not piss off the crypto YouTubers? Well, for us, you're not going to piss me off because we're making money on the sideways movement. But Ethereum, same old story here, just still in our sideways range. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong. Just still chilling in the sideways range. Now, you guys know our key level of support is going to be this blue box between about 1728 and, about $1,700 even. If we do come down and test those levels again, guys, it may be time to start worrying just a little bit. Not really, massive panic, but maybe time to start expecting some lower prices for Ethereum, because if we start losing this local value area low at about 1750, there is not really much support other than this value area high at 1735. There's really not much support all the way back down until 1687, maybe $1,700 even. There's honestly a little more support down at the bottom of this blue box than there is at the top. But if we do get a move further down here, I would be looking at that 1753 level for some support. But if we lose that level, guys, we do have a little bit of fall off in volume here. And if we do lose that level, it will be more likely that we kind of come down to test somewhere in this blue box. Now, if we lose that blue box, if we really start losing $1,700 or even $1,735, that's where we could potentially expect to come back down to our POC, which is coming in at about $1,637. And then obviously, if you lose that level, it might be time to ride on down to your value area low, which comes in at a much lower price of about $1,500 for Ethereum. But again, it's not until we really decisively break below this blue box that I'm worried about that. But it does look like it just kind of wants to hang out up here, right? Just kind of hang out and range back up here as we've been sitting up here for quite some time. Let me turn off all of these, and I'm going to save that as default. Bada boom. So there you go, guys. Key levels on Ethereum remain almost exactly the same. And if we come on over to the daily, we'll kind of take a look at some of the indicators here as we are. So no bear div here on the daily. However, we are printing a red dot. So I do think you will likely work your way back down to the bottom of the range over, the rest of the night / tomorrow during the day. May kind of continue our move all the way down towards the bottom of this range. But again, your real key levels, this blue box between about $1,700 and $1,738. Other than that, money flow is coming back out on your daily, a little bit more of a bearish look, and you are printing the daily red dot just like on Bitcoin. Today, bearish divergence was printing, then got invalidated, and is likely going to start printing here again. As you can see, we do have those higher highs on our price, very clear higher highs with our very clear lower highs, right? And money flow technically is working its way to the downside, which would be a little bit of added confluence for a potential move back down to these value area lows at 1750 or that blue box between about 1730 and 1700. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro. I do appreciate you. He says, that's how me and my girlfriend mess around. There's traps all over the house. She falls into it. I'm not going to ask what happens next, Indiana. That's your business, bro. Shout out to Indiana Candles, bro. Thank you for being here and being such a big supporter of the Candle Mafia. Shout out to you, bro. We love you, man. And thank you for that super chat. I do appreciate you. Dave Digital said memberships start at around $5. If you can, go for it. And if you've just been kind of waiting for, if you've just kind of been waiting for that green name and you haven't gotten gifted yet, you could go ahead and go to the channel, go to the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, and right next to the subscribe button, there should be a join button that you should be able to click on and get more information on how to join, what each membership gives you, so on and so forth. And also, shout out to Dixon, said, I feel naked without a green name, naked and afraid. Shout out to Dixon. Well, if you hang around long enough, you'll probably get gifted one, my man. But again, if you guys want to join, go ahead and check that join button next to the subscribe button. With all that being said, guys, let's go ahead. Lost profit. Yes, I'm not going to read it out loud. I'm just going to say yes. I don't like to, I like to be very careful about low cap altcoins that I talk about because I don't want to manipulate anything. But I will say I have heard of what you're talking about. I don't have any. I'll be as transparent as that. I don't have any, but I have heard of it. But that's all I'm going to say. With low cap alts, guys, I like to be a little careful. Real quick, guys, speaking of low cap alts, guys, hang on. Let me go ahead and hang on. I don't know. I don't want to. Anybody holding Kaspa? Not Casper. Kaspa. Kaspa. That is an altcoin that we were calling in the premium Discord back in early January, guys, and it has since done like a 6x, a 5 or a 6x. Absolutely mooning, going absolutely nuts. So shout out to anybody who saw that in the premium Discord. If we just pull it up real quick, Kaspa. Where is it? I think I have it marked out still. Actually, let me go ahead and do this. I think I pulled up this one, and then we'll come over here, and then yeah, this is what we put in the. Let's see where to go. Yeah, boom, right? So yeah, we were looking at this, guys, and again, we are likely going to add something here, guys. A way for people to get access to our low cap altcoin gem picks. A way for people to get access to that information, these picks that we make. We were calling this all the way back here on January 17th. I believe that is the exact date, or at least within the week. We were looking at this all the way down here, and things were looking pretty bullish. We were looking at things like token metrics, many different things, calling for a bullish move on this, and absolutely moonshotted 643%. Congratulations to anybody who was holding that. But yeah, again, we are going to be trying to work in a way for everybody to get access to this, maybe through an affiliate site. All you got to do is like sign up with an affiliate link or something. It's going to be free, as in it won't cost you money, right? But I think it might just be like an affiliate sign up, and then you guys get access to a couple of special channels. I don't want to say too much until we release the final details, but just a little taste here. We're calling alt gems like this. So get excited for that, guys. But with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and let's start off and take a look at good old Mr. Elon coin. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Binance. Yeah, look at this thing, just absolutely ripped. Funny story, I was talking about this earlier. On Saturday night, guys, after we took that, I believe it was a 12-minute bearish divergence short, which was on Friday, which was over here. I think this might have been it. Yeah, this was, I believe, the short that we took on the live stream yesterday, where I was trying to teach you guys not to use high leverage. And I was saying, guys, please, for the love of God, watch this. We're going to get into a degen short, and I'm going to get wrecked. And I believe it was a 12-minute. I'm not gonna figure out exactly what short it was. I believe it was something like this. It must have been this move down. I don't know where we got in. I was basically at the top, I believe. But yeah, this is at about, no, that's 11 p.m. No, this was that little. I think this was it, right? What is this? Probably 7-ish. Yeah. So I think this was that little micro Dogecoin scalp that we were looking at. Right, and I said, hey, let's get into a 50x. Again, I don't remember exactly what trade it was. But anyway, we were looking for a nice little short position. I actually don't think it was this. I don't remember exactly where it was. But whatever. I wanted to show you guys how you can easily get wrecked, and then it wound up playing out beautifully. And then right here was where I got liquidated, right? We came up and got liquidated, which again, guys, I was massively in profit. Now, as you guys know, it was a very small position. I put 10 bucks on the trade, 50x. So it was only a few bucks because it was really just for example purposes. But, you know, we were up 65, 75% all the way down here. And then I ate some food and boom, I lost all my money, which again was only 10 bucks. But I just really want that to be a learning lesson where you can go from being on top of the world up 75% and then a short 1.5 hour, 2 hours later, you can lose all those gains. So that's the important of, you know, being careful when using a lot of leverage. When you're using high leverage, guys, make sure you pay yourself when you are in the profit, right? Let's see. Shout out to Dixon, said, Frankie, I'm not gonna lie, you're low key looking fly in your Versace tracksuit. You look like Richard Hart. Shout out to Dixon. Oh, I almost said your whole name. Shout out to Dixon. Yeah, if you guys are interested in getting this ISO 20022 Versace sweatshirt, you guys can check out hitmerch.com. We have them available there. It's pretty lit. I'll stand up real quick so you guys take a look at it. Look at that. All the ISO coins, guys. Pretty dope. Nothing on the pockets. I don't think there's anything on the back. Nope. You got an orange hood. It's this really cool like jersey material. It's like almost like, it's hard to show. It's like almost like a tracksuit, but not. It's almost like jersey. It's like a nice material. So if you guys are interested, go check it out on hitmerch.com. But with all that being said, guys, let's see what the heck happened with Doge. And if you didn't get liquidated where I did, you definitely got liquidated here. And definitely here. But guys, as we saw Dogecoin kind of run up over the weekend, and then kind of come back down to earth, as we kind of came back down to earth over here, I was thinking on Saturday, like, hey, you know what? I've never owned a meme coin. I've never really stacked meme coins. But I've seen Dogecoin do so well over the years. And it's really proven itself as a staple in the crypto space as, like, the blue chip meme coin. And for the first time on Saturday, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to take a leap of faith here. I'm going to just, not a leap of faith, but I'm going to accumulate some Dogecoin. I'm going to buy some Doge and I'm going to hold it because Dogecoin is no longer just some crazy meme coin, right? It's no longer a joke, especially now that Elon owns Twitter, guys. Dogecoin is no longer really like a joke. If he incorporates Dogecoins into the payment system of Twitter, if he winds up doing that, it could be absolutely massive for Dogecoin, right? And for this reason, literally down here, guys, I was like, you know what? Maybe like last night, and I was actually Saturday too, Saturday and Sunday, I was basically watching this pump saying, you know what? Like, you know, Elon does own Twitter now. Like this, like Dogecoin could really have a narrative here. When this cools off, I'm going to start accumulating. And I was thinking about buying today. And then now I got to wait because this thing just mooned. I should have just done it. I could have like 10x'd my bag, you know, super, super quick. But as an absolutely massive move. Also, yeah, 37%. Absolutely insane. But also, guys, just really, really cool for the crypto space. Like, guys, like I had to rub my eyes. Like, the Twitter logo, the actual Twitter logo. Shout out to Elon Musk, guys. I loved Elon Musk, and then I think I started to hate him because he was dumping Bitcoin randomly with tweets, and it's not funny. And I was really mad at him, but like now I kind of like him again. Not because he pumped Dogecoin, because like this guy's out here doing stuff. Like guys, Dogecoin replaced the official Twitter logo today. The official Twitter logo was replaced by a Shiba Inu, a Dogecoin logo. That is the coolest thing ever. That is like one of the most main, like big tech. What it's like, it's crazy, guys. I don't think I really need to explain it. It's super, super, super cool. Like we used to be like the weirdos, like the misfits, the weirdos, the crypto guys. What's this cryptocurrency? You know, Twitter? Yeah, it's the Twitter logo now. I don't think it's like a permanent thing, but you know, it's just like it's really cool to see anything crypto related like that involved in something so big and mainstream and like part of the normal life, non-crypto life. So super cool. This was not just a big day for Doge, in my opinion. It was really, really cool to see that happen. You know, being in crypto for so long, now, I haven't been in since like 2011, but I was in like since 2016, guys. I've been through like 2 full cycles. Super, super like cool milestone for the whole crypto space to see that happen. And so shout out to Elon. Like if anyone's gonna make Dogecoin, but like the thing, it's Elon. So super, super cool. But let's go ahead and no, so Doge isn't a real dog breed. Nope, Dixon. It's a Shiba Inu. That is what the Doge logo is. Anyway, but continuing on here, guys, taking a look. Obviously, this was, this was based off of, this wasn't just some kind of like crazy technical thing that signaled this. This was obviously news driven. But again, I've been saying this for a long time now, ever since Elon was in talks of acquiring Twitter. I've been talking about this could turn Dogecoin from a meme coin to an actual legitimate investment opportunity because if he incorporates it into any kind of payment system within Twitter, it could be absolutely huge. And then also he could do something like he did today and just change the Twitter logo and the thing goes absolutely crazy. So I will just say publicly here that I always joke about Doge. I always say I don't buy Doge because I don't invest in meme coins, not because you can't make money. Obviously, you can make money, but just because I like to hold projects with some serious fundamental value and actual use case, and I am now unlabeling Doge as a meme coin and relabeling it as a blue chip cryptocurrency or a blue chip meme coin. So yeah, there you go, guys. So hey, Dogecoiners. I don't hate Doge. I never really did hate it, but I am definitely taking it much more seriously. Not because of the pump. Again, I was having these thoughts over here, just kind of reflecting on the years I've been in crypto and kind of how Dogecoin has evolved over time, and it's become so much more official and just really, really cool. So taking a look here, obviously this was based off of some news. Have had a nice little pullback here. Do just want to go ahead and pull a fib here, see where we came up to. Didn't quite come up to that local golden pocket. However, this would be a level I would watch. Let me go ahead and pull up our VPVR. The RVP, I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. I'm going to turn off the fixed range because this is a little bit of some wonky, yeah. I mean, we are sitting now on top of this. Did we look at Doge recently and talk about flipping this giant high volume node to support? I don't want to say we did. I think we did, but I don't want to say we definitely did for sure because I don't fully remember, and I don't want to try to take credit for something I didn't do. But let's just go ahead and take a look at. Let me turn off on the value area high, value area low POC, and let's go ahead and just kind of zoom in on these ranges here and see what we got going on. Right. So these are probably the levels that I would take for Dogecoin as far as the volume profile goes. Shout out to anybody holding Doge. Oh, let's see. We ran that poll. Most people, exactly 70% of people do not hold Doge. 30% do. Shout out to that 30% of people that hold Doge. Yeah, congrats to you guys. Big game day for you. But you can see here we have our value area high coming in. Whoops. We have our value area high coming in at about 10 cents, right? Which we did actually come all the way up to about 10.5 cents. But we did come up to test that value area high at about 10 cents. POC coming in at about 8 cents. And then your value area low coming in at about 0.069 cents, almost 7 cents. So let me go ahead and turn off these levels real quick now that we have them marked. I'm going to go ahead and label them value area high, value area low, and POC. Here we go. Value area high, value area low, POC. I don't know why I did that in that order. I should have just done it in order, but there you go, right? So these are the levels I would be looking at, guys. And as you can see here, we did come up and test that point of that value area high before getting a little bit of a rejection. So let's go ahead and I think this is probably similar to the fib that I just pulled. So there you go. Let's see if we can find any more local. Whoops. Let me see if we can find any more local. You could probably pull it from there. Not really. I would love, yeah, maybe it's this. Boom, right? So basically, right from this absolute moonshot candle to the high, you do have a local golden pocket. I would watch this point of control because obviously, guys, if you look here, you know, when we're talking about the volume profiles, price, when you come up to the value area high, if you reject that value area high, your next logical place for price to go is going to be that POC, which in this case will be this local golden pocket as well. And let me go ahead and just stretch this out a bit. And you do see that is kind of where our POC is, obviously. So you have that high volume node, local golden pocket. Wouldn't be a bad place to pull down to. But let's come down to a lower time frame so we can see a little better understand what kind of happened over here. Did we get any signals to potentially go short here? Well, you did have some bearish divergences, obviously. But yeah, really the only thing I saw, and I did peep this during our premium live stream this morning or this afternoon, but this would have been very speculative. Massive bear div on your 1 minute would have gotten you a nice little short, but then you came up to make another higher high. But yeah, you know, we came up to the value area high, and you could have seen these levels beforehand, obviously. But as you came up here, you got a nice rejection, came back up, and kind of stuck around this level, but you were putting in higher highs on your price. And now, again, guys, this is the 1 minute, some degen trading. But this is a really good example, is if you are scalping the low time frames, guys, this is kind of where, yeah, pump and dump. Yeah, shout out to Quarter Crawler. Hey, what's going on, Quarter Crawler? Hey, Alex O in the chat. What is going on, bro? Shout out to World Bet. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Hey, Crypto Billy, what's going on, brother? Elon's next tweet will send it. A tweet will send it. Yeah, probably. But yeah, you are putting those higher highs on your 1 minute with your momentum waves coming out and your money flow coming out as well, signaling that pull to the downside. But yeah, I do think this would be the next major area of interest I would be looking for on Dogecoin, would be between about 0.087 cents and about 0.086 cents, being that POC slash local golden pocket retracement. And then if you lose those levels, obviously you do have your 786 coming in right down here at about 0.082 cents. And if you wind up getting a much, much bigger move down, that value area low does come in at about 6 cents. However, I don't know if you're going to get all the way back down to that value area low soon. But really, that next level I would be is watching right here. Taking a look at the higher time frames on Doge, just kind of checking in on the health of Doge, if you will, in the bear market here. VWAP coming straight up clearly. That looks insane. Money flow is starting to cruise back to the upside. Taking a look at our regular candles. Yeah, money flow working its way back up on the higher time frames is a pretty good sign. 6-day green dot printing. 5-day green dot is confirmed, and your 5-day is now crossing over into the green on regular candles, lagging behind just a little bit on your Heikens. But again, money flow is cruising in the right direction, and it does look pretty good as far as these higher time frames with the money flow coming up, as well as Elon doing everything he can to make Dogecoin as relevant as possible. So there you go, guys. That is how I'm feeling about Dogecoin. Congrats to anybody holding it, but these are the major levels I would be looking at if I was looking to trade Doge. Again, you also want to realize here some interesting resistance here. You have a macro golden pocket. Let me pull up that VPVR. Yeah, your next spike in volume, right? So kind of the thing here is if we continue to push, if you start decisively cracking basically where we rejected almost to the dollar here, guys, let me get rid of that arrow. Right there, basically to the dollar where we got rejected is where your low volume gap begins, or this little fall off in volume begins, all the way up to this next high volume node at about 14 cents, right? So if we can get, above that level, above this level right here, essentially flip that value area high, that's what we need to get a break potentially up to that between 12 and 14 cent level. So again, that major level to break is at about 10.5 cents. If we could break that 10.5 cent level, flip it to support decisively, that's where you may get that quick move through this low volume gap up into that golden pocket /786 fib level, coming in between about, I would say between 12 and 14 cents. So there you go, guys. I literally just sold my Doge for XRP. Indiana candles, don't move. Don't worry. Hopefully, we'll get a move like this on XRP coming up sometime soon, as XRP is looking extremely bullish on the weekly time frame. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and check in on XRP, guys. Take a look at the Bitstamp chart. As you guys know, we actually have had a very, very massively bullish sign on XRP Flash, and that is on the weekly time frame. That money flow on the weekly has crossed over into the green on regular candles. This has confirmed, guys. And this is a bullish sign, guys. This is very bullish. As you guys know, we go over this. We've gone over this a few times. I'm just going to go ahead and really quickly mark every other money flow crossover into the green that we've ever had on the XRP weekly chart. And you can see here, these yellow vertical lines are where that money flow had crossed over, and almost every single one ended up in parabolic gains. You can see here, obviously, as the money flow was working its way up, we got the first leg up, but once that money flow crossed over into the green, we got a massive 12,377% pump, and then on our next money flow crossover, obviously this was dampened a little bit. This bull run for XRP was dampened a little bit by that lawsuit, or dampened a lot probably. But even so, wound up that weekly money flow crossover. Even as XRP was in a lawsuit with the SEC. Arguably one of the most bearish things that can happen to a coin, or maybe the most bullish, who knows? But arguably like one of the worst things that can happen to possibly happen to a cryptocurrency happened to XRP, and that money flow crossover still gave you 758% gains on XRP, and now we are seeing only the third money flow crossover into the green, and it is the third one, only the third one that we've ever seen, right? So very rare signal here. It is confirmed. VWAP is cooling off though, so that is something to realize here, guys. This is what we were looking at last week, talking about, hey, if that weekly continues to cool off, higher daily time frames similar to Bitcoin are starting to roll to the downside. Your 3-day is cooling off. Your 4-day is cooling off. See your VWAPs, right? Your 2-day is printing a red dot. No divergence or anything like that. But 2-day red dot is printing, looking for a potential cool off. And now, guys, we are testing that key level that we were looking at, which is this level here at about 50 cents. We actually just dipped below it slightly, and now we are holding it again. I'm going to get rid of this volume so we can see a little bit better. But as you guys know, we were looking at getting a move on XRP. Let me come up to a higher time frame so we can see better. You guys know that we were looking at these levels down here saying if we could get above this value area low of this previous range right here, that's where we're looking for a move, potentially up to 50 cents. And then if we could flip that 50-cent level, we knew, very similar to what we were just looking at on Dogecoin, hint, hint, just so you guys know, this is very similar to what we were looking at on XRP before XRP blasted off. But basically what we were looking at was flipping that previous value area high from this range over here, flipping that to support, and then holding it as support to get another move up into this white box, which comes in between about 55 and 60 cents. And what happened? We hopped up above that value area high, flipped it to support, and then blasted right into our white box as expected. And then last week or late last week, we were looking for, looking at money flow coming out on a lot of these time frames. Money flow coming out on the 4-hour, amongst other things. We were saying, hey, it might be time for XRP to kind of cool off, come back down here and test some key levels. First key level I'd be looking at, again, mentioned last week, was this 50-cent level. And then we wound up getting a bounce off this level and then another rejection. I believe this was a local golden pocket rejection. But if we could hold this 50-cent level, guys, this will be very bullish in my opinion. However, if we do wind up breaking back into this white box, right, we would basically be getting a move back down into this area of balance between about 44 cents or 45 cents and about 50 cents, where you have your value area high, your POC, and your value area low. So if we wind up losing, bullish case would be holding this 50-cent level and getting another move up. However, this is definitely an important level to watch, because if we do get stuck below this level with decisive higher time frame candles, 2, 4, 6, 8-hour candles, big high time frame candles. I would say 4 hours really what I typically look at. We got multiple 4-hour candle closes below here. We may get accepted back into this area of balance and get a move closer down towards this POC at about 46 cents. So we lose this level at 50 cents, bearishly retest, can't get back above. Next likely stop is going to be about 47 cents. And let's see if we could get any confluence on that level. Again, it is your 786, very close to your local 786. I'm going to go ahead and make this a box. There you go, local 786. That would be a decent level to look at for a bounce. But again, once you get accepted below that value area high, and again, this is another reason why that 50-cent level would be a decent level to bounce off of, because it is in perfect confluence with your value area high, or in perfect confluence of your local golden pocket retracement, which again is a good place to put in a higher low before continuing your move up. However, if you lose it, I look for a move down to the POC and potentially that value area low at about 45 cents. So there you go. And then also, if we go ahead and pull this golden pocket to a different impulse, you could see it does get pretty close to that level as well. So that's what I'd be looking at on XRP, guys. But again, that weekly money flow crossover confirmed is really, 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 really bullish. Shout out to Multisig Dummy. What is going on, bro? Hey, I heard you were having some fun with Joel. You might have gotten the trading bug to bite Joel. Shout out to Multisig Dummy. Let's go. He says, Boss talks crypto, real estate, and equity. Let's go. Shout out to Multisig Dummy. All right. When Black Swan, Bullish on Parade said, when Black Swan, Frankie. Hey, listen. A Black Swan is likely going to come when you least expect it. But hey, I wouldn't hate on I would not hate on not getting a Black Swan this cycle. That would be great. If we could just keep grinding our way up, that would be nice. I would like a Black Swan to bring us down to lows, to lower lows. But I don't know. I don't even know if I kind of feel like if we get a Black Swan, maybe the Black Swan is banks going down, right? Like a lot more banks going down, in which case it would be a bullish Black Swan. I think the word Black Swan or the term Black Swan kind of gets thrown around as only a negative thing. But really, the reason I call it a Black Swan, guys, is because it's like out of the ordinary, right? Like all swans are white. If you see a Black Swan, I don't even know if they're real, but like a Black Swan would be very rare, right? Most swans are white. So you could have a bullish Black Swan, and a lot of people call those white swans. But no, you would still call it a Black Swan. It would just be a bullish Black Swan. So I do think if we get a Black Swan event, I think it may wind up being a bullish black swan, in my opinion. But it doesn't mean that there are other things that could happen, such as big booms, big kabooms. That could be a bearish black swan, in which case it would likely be, depending on, or maybe it's just talks of big booms, then that might cause a initial crash. But typically when those things happen, when there's a lot of big booms and bangs, typically those wind up giving markets a big nuke to the floor, no pun intended, and then it winds up being pretty bullish for markets in the medium to longer term. So very interesting stuff. Let's see. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on. That is XRP, and just kind of locally looking at XRP, 8-hour money flow is coming out. Your 4-hour money flow is also kind of coming out here. No bullish divergence to come and save you. VWAP coming straight down. You're likely to get some kind of a short-term bounce here, but, something that might be likely in this case for XRP may be coming down to a lower time frame. Yellow X confirmed. Might be a little bit of a short-term bounce without come up here and get a little bit of a bearish rejection off that local golden pocket before moving further down. So there's XRP. That's how I'm feeling. Let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin, which is Hex. Shout out to Richard Hart. Let's go ahead and check out Hex. Let's see. Never know what to look at this on. I guess BitGet. Okay. Shout out to BitGet. I got to wear my BitGet hat more. Let's see. My sister is named Ima, or is it Ima? Let me know, Crypto Billy. Law black swans are more common than white swans. What? Is that? No way. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Because this is something I don't know anything about swans. So let's see. The only swans I know are the ones I've seen at the zoo. Are black swans. I'm kidding. I've probably seen an actual swan at a park or something. Are black swans common? The first Google is, are black swans real? Let's see. This species has an extremely large range and can be found in Australia, New Zealand. The global population is estimated between 100,000 and 1 million individual black swans. Interesting. You got to imagine they are less common than white swans, though, right? Shout out. I don't even know who said that, but shout out to you. Oh, there we go. Kill it, Crypto. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. All right, let's go ahead and continue. A blonde swan. Asher Dude. What is going on, Asher Dude? Thank you for being here, man. Brad Guydell in the chat. What is going on, Brad? Thank you for being here, bro. Absolute OG of the Mafia. Shout out to Brad. We love you, bro. All right, guys, let's continue on taking a look at Hex. God, I wish I knew what we were saying about this on last week, but taking a look here, let me go ahead and, I think we just gave these levels because at the time, the indicators were being very wish-washy. It does look like the levels are being respected. Money flow generally coming to the downside on your daily. VWAP coming to the upside, so likely going to be a little bit more of up and down, weird. Indiana Candle says the albino swan is rare. Anyway, money flow generally coming out on your daily for Hex. VWAP curving to the upside. Now, if you don't get rejected here, you are likely to bing-bong around a little bit. But generally, with money flow coming out, this would technically be a little bit more of a bearish sign. Hey, shout out to Biomex. Biomex says, we love you, Frankie. Biomex, I was talking about you earlier in the office today with Tony. I don't know what brought it up. I just said, we were just talking about OGs. And I was like, dude, you know who's like a real OG? Biomex, man. You always showing love, bro. We appreciate you, man. Funny that you just randomly said that because we were, asked Tony D. We were literally talking about you earlier, bro. Thank you for being here, bro. But let's continue on. Money flow coming out on your daily. Taking a look at your 16-hour bearish money flow. That is the definition of money flow coming to the downside, and a little testament to your blood diamonds on the 16-hour, guys. When you see these pop up on a higher time frame, they are typically very, very bearish signals. Take a look at your 12-hour confirmed blood diamond as well. Now, I'm not saying this is still in play, although it can be. I'm just pointing it out, like, just because you could see how they played out, right? Like, blood diamonds are typically very reliable. They don't play out 100% of the time, obviously, but they are a decently reliable signal. Money flow generally coming out on your 12-hour. This is likely to continue on into your daily and leak into your daily. 10-hour money flow is starting to cross over into the red as you print this red dot, so I would lean a little bit more bearish on Hex here in the short term as you have that red dot on the 10-hour. 8-hour is printing as well, so naturally I'm going to come down to these lower time frames like the 15-minute, 24-minute, Let's see what the 24-minute money flow is doing. Shout out to the Aztec and Cactus Moss Water. If you guys don't know, Aztec and Cactus Moss Water is our biggest sponsor and is sponsoring the energy of the show every single day. Shout out to the Aztec and Cactus Moss Water. Anyway, taking a look here. 24-minute money flow is in the red. Now, typically with this kind of with this technique, really what I like to see is the money flow crossing into the red as your red dot is printing on the 8-hour. So you can see here we got that money flow crossover into the red on the 30-minute right about here. Actually move it back one tick. Right about there is your money flow crossover into the red. Let's see if that was happening during the printing of that 8-hour red dot. It wasn't. Typically, I like to have those money flow crossovers happen directly on that red dot. That's typically where you see these things play out typically that will give you a decent move to the downside. But yeah, 8-hour money flow and red dot coming out. Your 30-minute money flow is in the red. VWAP getting rejected at that 0 line. Blood diamond confirmed. Again, I would lean a bit more bearish on Hex in the short term here. But let me go ahead and find you guys some levels. Let's go ahead and pull a little bit of volume. Again, wonky range here. But, yeah, I mean, you do have a... Yeah, kind of hard to... There you go, right? Most of your volume is definitely at the lower prices. But really, this is what I'd be looking at, guys. If you can hold this golden pocket, you may just kind of bing bong around in this range. If you lose this golden pocket, though, I would expect a potential move back down to this golden pocket, and I would expect price to potentially kind of range between these two levels, right? Let me see if I can pull a little bit of a range right here. Go ahead and unextend it to the right and see what we got. Not really. Okay. But yeah, I would put a level here as well. Pull a local fib from the low to the high. Yeah, I think you might kind of just bing bong around here a bit, guys. But yeah, I would lean bearish on Hex. If you do lose that golden pocket, the next major level I would be looking at. Again, most of your volume's all down here, guys. At least on this chart. See, I wish I had a better chart. This chart doesn't have a lot of price history. MEXC, he has even less price history. Let's see. Crypto. Yo, Siri, leave me alone. Oh, hold up. Wait, what the? Okay, that's weird, guys. My watch just thought I said, let's see, Crypto Keeper. And it said, here's what I found, at Crypto Keeper on Twitter. That's the weirdest thing ever. It just randomly thought I said the words Crypto Keeper, and that just happens to be one of my friends. Shout out to Crypto Keeper and Debate Crypto. Go check him out, guys. Go subscribe to the channel. Siri said so. And go follow him on Twitter, at Crypto Keeper. Let's go. Shout out to Keeper and Crusader. Let's go. Oh, no, hang on. Somebody tell him I'll get Elon to make his profile. Okay. All right, continuing on here. Is this have more price history is the question. Is this what we're looking? Yeah, not really. Kind of hard to get levels on something like this when you have not that much price history, but we could pull this macro range here. Come on, you got it, computer. Come on. Come on, I'm going to have to like physically fan this thing. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, wake up. Hello? Volume profile. All right, well, let's try the VPVR then. Oh, interesting. Oh, is it because we're on the 2-day? Interesting. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, this is... Dude, what is going on right now? Okay. All right, well, I guess we'll get a different chart. Was that the market cap? What is going on right now? All right, well, I wish I could find you guys a chart with better, with more price history. But they just don't have it, or I don't want to continue looking for it because I don't want to waste too much time here. But, yeah, those are basically the key levels. I'll leave those there if you guys do want to kind of mark them out. I'll mark them out with horizontal lines so you guys can actually get those dollar amounts. There you go. Come on, who does this for you guys? Look at this. I'm marking them out for you. If you guys want to go ahead and mark down those levels, feel free. But yeah, I would lean a little bit bearish. If you lose this blue box, I'd watch this level here at about 0.074 cents for a bounce. If you lose that, look down at this local golden pocket at about 0.069 cents for some extra support. But other than that, kind of hard to call here. Let's see. Multi-sig dummy says low. Is anyone in Tezos? Low, low, low. Nope. Sorry, done. I'm confused. What does low mean? Somebody help me. Showkeeper. He just pops up. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Our next altcoin is going to be ADA. There we go. Bada boom. Okay, here we go. Taking a look at Cardano. All right, there you go. Boom. So this is likely. I'm going to start fresh on Cardano. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the value area high, value area low POC of our ranges here, and we'll zoom out a bit. There we go. Okay, maybe we'll zoom in a bit. Let's see. Well, let's just take a look at our indicators first real quick. Taking a look at the weekly, VWAP is starting to cool off here, but money flow is headed in the right direction. Green dot confirmed. Take a look at our 5-day, VWAP cooling off. So lagging a little bit behind Bitcoin here. 2-day VWAP is coming to the downside. Money flow curving out, but it is still in the green, so that would technically be more bullish than bearish. No bear div here. Take a look at your daily. Red dot is confirmed. No bear div. 10-hour red dot is printing with money flow coming out. Yikes. 12-hour VWAP coming up. Money flow coming up nicely on the 12-hour as well. Take a look at our 8-hour red dot looking to print. Taking a look at these lower time frames. Money flow coming up. Yeah, this is a mess. Cardano is an absolute mess. Money flow coming up. Red dots printing. Absolute chaos on the charts. Hard to read. So let's take a look more locally and see what we can deduce. So this is, these are the levels I would take locally, right? Because as you guys know, this is probably Friday the 13th, no? All right, so Sunday the 8th, is that? Yeah, that's Friday the 13th. So this is the range I am looking at on a lot of other things. So I'm just get rid of that volume, take these levels right here. So these are the levels I would be looking at. Your value area high coming in at about 39 cents. Whoops. Here we go. Coming in at about 39 cents. POC coming in about 36 cents. Value area low coming in at about 33 cents. So taking a look here. These are basically the levels I would be looking at. Probably going to have some nice confluence with that POC and this local golden pocket. Look at that. Not too surprising there. So I'll go ahead and draw that as a box. So that would be the first major level of support. Then I would also go ahead and take a look at that 786 as some backup. Go ahead and label that 786. So yeah, and again, we're coming down here. We had that no bear div, but we did come up, test those highs, and now we came down, rejected, likely a golden pocket / 786 retracement. Bada boom, right? Came down, rejected the 786, rejected the golden pocket, and now we are back below that value area high. So the next likely spot for a price to go from here would be to go find some support on that local golden pocket / point of control of the range, coming in at between about 36 cents and about 36 cents. So yeah, at about 36 cents. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the decimals there, but there you go. That is the next major level I would be looking at. And again, I'm not just calling for that level because I feel like it's going to happen. I'm doing it because we're getting a 4-hour red dot. Is that a blood diamond? I would say it's probably going to be a blood diamond, but we've been really bad at calling these lately. Yeah, no blood diamond. I'm surprised that was not a blood diamond. But yeah, it's not just that I feel like it's coming down. I feel like it's going to come down, right? We are rejecting the value area high. Typically, when you get stuck below that value area high, you're getting accepted back into balance. And the next logical place for price to go is to hunt out the next highest volume node, which, surprise, surprise, is what I was looking for, is down here at about 36 cents, that POC / golden pocket. And right now we are kind of sitting on this high volume node. So once you lose this level at about 37 cents, that's where you're expecting that move down to your POC. And then if you lose your POC, I'd look for a bounce on the 786. But at that point, it is going to be more likely to come down to your value area low at about 32 cents. So that's what I would be looking at for looking at on ADA, but again, some mixed signals. This one's a little bit rougher to read, guys, so just be careful about that. Let's see. Hey, speaking of ADA, shout out to Crimson Caravan Company. Says, hey, speaking of ADA, when will the giveaways get sent out? Shout out to Crimson Caravan Company. Hang on. Okay. There you go. I just added Tony D. He'll have a better idea of when that's going to happen. Typically, we send it in within a week. So we send them once a week. So you win on Friday, usually the beginning of the next week. So if it wasn't sent today, might send tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. We do typically send them at the beginning of the next week. So if you won last Friday, who said that? Who said it? Crimson Caravan Company. If you won on Friday, you will likely get it either today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. It really depends on how busy the accounting department is. Give us up to 2 weeks to send giveaways. And that's why I say don't listen to me, guys, because as far as that stuff goes, Tony D has a way better handle on that. Most of the time, you have it in under a week. Yeah, okay, so I was right. Typically, we send it at the beginning of the next week. But yeah, Tony, obviously sometimes people are busy. Decker, our money guy, as you guys know, he's like our character. He's like a character on this show that we've never actually shown in person. We got to invite Decker into the studio to come say hi because he's the money guy. Everybody likes the money guy, right? And Decker's the man. We love Decker. He helps us out a ton. So if he is I missed a super chat. Oh, no. Tony D, shout out to Tony. Was it Tony D's that I missed? I'll have to check. But shout out to Tony D. Said use the Hex USDC chart and Uniswap more liquidity. Okay. Should we go back to Hex? Uniswap. Honeyswap. No, we don't want Honeyswap. There we go. Uniswap. I'll find a better chart next time we look at Hex. But thank you for that, Tony. I appreciate you, bro. But guys, with all that being said, shout out to Curtis Neal. Let's go ahead and got my Discord giveaway ADA over the weekend. Oh, shout out to Brad Guidell. You got the early access, I guess. But let's go ahead and continue on here real quick on what's next. We did XRP, we did Doge, we did Hex, we did ADA. Let's take a look at GRT, or GERT, as some people like to call it. I like to call it GERT. Let's go ahead and continue on here. Taking a look at our 4 hour. Oh, baby. Little symmetrical triangle forming here. Now, that would be a somewhat neutral pattern. I would call this, it's kind of a symmetrical triangle. But yeah, like these do typically break up. These are kind of a neutral pattern. So and again, I don't really pay too much attention to patterns anyway. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the higher time frames. Shout out to Samsung, or also known as Galaxy. Shout out to Samsung. They say, when you say you are medium-term bearish, do you mean the upcoming week, or what time frame are you talking about then? Shout out to Samsung. Great question. So when I say I'm longer-term bullish, I basically mean that, because obviously we are, some people think we're in a bear market. Some people think we're in a bull market. But basically what I mean by longer-term bullish is that I think this uptrend will continue, right? So, is this? Yeah, I did not want that to happen. I'm just going to delete all this real quick. But basically, you can see, right? We got a move, right? A higher low, boom. I basically what I'm saying is I think longer term that we will basically come up to make another higher low, right? So you have your lows down here, higher low on a higher time frame. I do think this uptrend will continue. So when I say longer term bullish, I mean I think we can come down for a higher low and push back into that 30K level and potentially up higher towards that, to these levels in the high 30s to low 40s. But by medium term bearish, I mean that basically I think that we could cool off in the next week or so. But more of a time, it's more than a time frame. More what I'm saying by medium term bearish is that, again, long-term bullish, I think the uptrend will continue, so I'm not expecting a complete break of this trend and a complete nuke to the downside, but really just looking for a move to the downside. So I could say in the next week or so, I would expect to move down to these levels before getting a bounce up. But for all we know, this thing could wiggle up here for another week or two, right? So it's hard for me to put a time frame on it, so that's what I mean by like longer term, meaning like at the beginning of at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I don't think this downtrend is going to break at this moment. But in the meantime, I think we can come down a little bit, get a bounce off these levels down here, and then get a move to the upside. So it's a little less of an exact time. But if I had to put a guess on it, hopefully we could get this move down to these levels in the next week or so. So that's what I would consider about medium. So last week I would have said medium-term bearish, expecting a move down by the end of the week, and we just never got it, and we've just been hovering up here. So now I have to extend it, right? So now it's going to be 2 weeks. So it's hard to put a time on it, but hopefully hopefully that puts a little bit more clarity into what I mean. So basically by medium-term bearish, I mean that I think we could come down a little bit, not break the trend, but just medium come down a little bit before getting a bigger move up. But if I had to put a time frame on it, I would hope that if we do get that move down, hopefully it could happen in the next week so we don't have to sit up here, range around forever. But yeah, let's see. Continuing on. GRT. Let's go ahead and dive in. Weekly VWAP. Crypto Billy said, Dave has a gift. Some can talk about black rubber, and he can spin it and spam it for hours. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Dave Digital. I really want to pretend I know what's going on right now, but I am lost. Shout out to Crypto Billy, though. I'm sure I will be filled in a second. Creighton C says, in bull trends, bear signals are just weaker, and in bear trends, bull signals are just weaker. It's often hard to say exactly what they will do and to what extent. Creighton C, thank you for that, bro. Well said. Kieran Corbett, hey, what's going on? Or maybe it's Kieran Corbet, says, do you ever scalp on the 1 minute? From time to time, I will go ahead and scalp that 1 minute. But typically, I don't really scalp that. I do. It's not like my bread and butter scalping the 1 minute. But I do. It's fun. And yeah, it makes for good content. That's for sure. Maybe we can start doing that live. That would be fun. But yeah, shout out to you, bro. But Brad said I missed that too, Billy. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at GRT here. Weekly, nothing really happening here. Yeah, coming to the lower time frames. Yeah, looking bearish short term, medium. Yeah, short term, I would say looking a little bit more bearish. 4-hour red dot is printing here. 15-minute money flow has crossed into the red. Let's see if that was anywhere near that red dot. Yeah, this might give you a move down, guys. I'm actually going to, this might give us a move down here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume on this. Come on over to Friday, or no, here we go. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so red dot printing on your 4-hour time frame as we are starting to slip this value area low, coming in at about 14 cents, almost 14 cents, but really 0.139 cents. But yeah, we are starting to lose this with that red dot. Money flow coming out on the 15-minute, money flow coming up on the 12-minute. But again, with the 4-hour red dot, 5-hour red dot, 6-hour red dot, and that 8-hour rejection at the 0 line, you may be able to lose this level. Let's go ahead and pull up our VPVR. There you go. And this would, these right here, these lows would be very, very important to hold, right? Is it a golden pocket? Let's find out. Let's go ahead and pull it from the low to the high. It is. How do we know this, guys? How do we know this? I don't know. So I feel like I just got really lucky with these golden pockets. I'm not going to lie. But I don't think we've ever missed one. I think we've only missed one in our life anytime we call it. But anyway, it's also like, it's not the hardest thing to do, but it's just, I feel like we always luck out on those golden pocket calls. But anyway, as you can see, this golden pocket is going to be important, guys, because this golden pocket basically holds us up from this low volume gap, bringing us down to the 11-cent areas, basically back down to this area of consolidation that we had down here. But yeah, if you wind up getting a push down from that 4-hour red dot, which I do think is likely because of the 4, 5, and 6-hour red dots, I would look for a potential bounce on that golden pocket before coming back up. But if you start losing this golden pocket, that is likely where you'll see a bigger move down to your 786 coming in at about 12 cents. And I do think that is possible. I do think you could potentially get that to happen. Take a look at your 2-hour red dot. Playing a serious game of red dot, green dot here. Jeez. Well, red dot, green dot, red dot. VWAP coming back up on your 2-hour. Yeah, with that 4-hour red dot, just in general, guys, I would look for a bigger move down here. Your 24-minute VWAP's cooling off. 15-minute looking for another red dot. Yeah, I would lean sideways bearish on GRT. And again, those levels I just mentioned 2 seconds ago is what I would be looking for and kind of how I would expect it to play out. So if you don't hold that golden pocket, I would expect a bigger move down towards that 786. Let's see. Frankie going all Hollywood now. that he has his own merch clothing line. Shout out to Dixon. Fun fact, actually, we do have our own merch. But fun fact, this is not my merch. This is BitBoy Crypto merch. So yeah, I actually. Yeah, I'm just shilling Ben's merch. But low key, this is like one of my favorite sweatshirts ever. That's a cool thing about working at a crypto startup, basically, and being a crypto YouTuber is we get all the crypto merch. So like, I would wear this whether I was a YouTuber, worked at BitBoy Crypto or not. I'd be wearing this stuff anyway. But I just get I guess first dibs on it. But definitely, speaking of that, guys, go check out the Hit Merch website. If you go to brands, click on Frankie Candles, you could go ahead and check our actual CandleMafia merch that we have, which is absolutely awesome. We have a whole bunch of different designs. We just added a bunch of mugs. We even are coming out with a women's line. So go ahead and check that out if you guys are interested. And if you want this, go to Hit Merch and you'll see this pop up everywhere. It's like one of the more popular ones. Banana hammock with a fib on it. Hey, not a bad idea, Brad. Let's go. We'll have to whip out those CandleMafia banana hammocks. Let's see. Dixon said, I want to be able to walk into a store at the mall and have a holographic Frankie Candles do TA on any altcoin I ask it to. Can we make that happen, Frankie? Shout out to Dixon. That'd be funny. It'd be like a little Frankie Candles kiosk that you just go in and it's like, select your altcoin. And you just pick your coin and then it says, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing TA on whatever altcoin they pick. And then I could just have the AI do altcoin TA, and then we'll have Frankie Candles kiosks everywhere. And but yeah, it's like one of those fortune tellers. It's like one of those fortune teller things. You just go in and be like, tell me what Ada's gonna do, and then Frankie Candles just sits there like a robotic Frankie Candles with a crystal ball. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on with these altcoins, guys. But that's what I'd be looking for on GRT. Someone said Gala looks good. I'm not gonna do TA on Gala because it's not on the list, but I am gonna take a look at it and see if I can spot anything that they might be looking at that I could kind of just call out if it looks bullish. Right? Take a look at the weekly. Now, your weekly time frame is not really too much to deduce from there. Let's take a look at the daily. Ooh, blood diamond. Can we get one blood diamond today? Come on. No, God, I don't know what happened. We used to call those like flawlessly. I don't know what happened. But anyway, yeah, red dot printing on the daily. That isn't the best look. Let's take a look at the 4-hour red dot printing. I mean, all this stuff basically looks the same if I'm being 100% honest, guys. Shout out to Dixon. Dixon says, $1 billion idea, 5% for Dixon. Hey, we'll have to cut you into the deal, bro. Shout out to Dixon. Shout out to Alex. He says, I need a candle, budgie snuggler? What is that? Alex, please let me know what a budgie snuggler is. Shout out to Alex El Crypto. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Great idea, Frankie. Let's go. Not going to do TA on it. Does TA on it. Yeah, sorry, guys. But yeah, Rob, just like a light nudge. OP, don't do Gala. But yeah, green dot on your 1 hour. I will say with the red dot, real quick, the red dot on the daily, red dot on the 4 hour, not looking the best. But money flow is cruising in the right direction, so that doesn't look horrible to me in the longer term. Money flow is kind of coming in the right direction, at least on the 4 hour. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at OP. I just had to check on it. I thought maybe there was like a mega bull signal. But yeah, let's see on OP, guys, take a look at your weekly time frame. Nothing really to pull away from there. Take a look at your 2-day rejection at that 0 line, red dot on your daily. Very, yeah. I would have to lean a little bit more bearish on a lot of these things with all these red dots on the 4 hours and the dailies printing, guys. This is a little bit more bearish. He might have meant Snuggie. Yeah. Oh, Speedo. Let's go. Shout out to Alex O. But yeah, red dot is printing on your 4 hour and your daily. Again, very, very similar look to a lot of this other stuff. But let's go ahead and pull a little bit of a range here. So, come on. There we go. So we are sitting at the bottom of our kind of macro range at this point. It used to be a local range, but now it's like we've just been stuck in this thing forever. 80 days. This is no longer a local range, guys. No longer a local range. But anyway, yeah, sitting at the lows of this range, guys, kind of something I would look for here is, where's our golden pocket? Hopefully right below that value area low. Boom. Okay. So what I would look for potentially here is a deviation from, I don't even know if that's a good call. Let's see. This one's a little hard. I mean, you're at the bottom. Get out of here. Volume. Jesus. Yeah. We're sitting at the bottom of our range here, guys. I would look. I mean, yeah, I think you might break the range. This is too, let me find a different range. This is too broad of a range. Let me clear all this. Let's see. Let's look at it more in terms of this range, a little bit more of a local range. Yeah, so this looks like a little healthier. Yeah, I would look for some potential support at the value area low, but with all these red dots, especially the one on the daily, I think it is likely that you could push through it to the downside just a little bit. But yeah, this is hard to read. OP. Yeah, I mean, I will. Next major level I would look at would be your 786, right? You've already lost. You've come up. You've bounced up. You kind of tried to hold that golden pocket. You've lost this golden pocket. The next level I would look for is a touch of that $2 786 fib level coming in at about 202. So that will be the next level of support that I would be looking for. And then yeah, this thing is very, very, very hard to read. If we pull, yeah, I don't even know what to tell you guys here. If you lose this range, I'd look for that 786 fib test. If you lose that, I mean, you do have that wick down here that may give you a little bounce. Let me see if I could pull a local range here. We're going to have to double click on that. Extend to right. Bada boom. Yeah, I would go ahead and say if you do wind up, yeah, if you wind up losing your value area and the 786, I would look for some more support on this blue box, right? Because you have this previous value area here, and that value area high is coming in at $1.87. That may be a good place to find some support. But again, I would lean a little bit more bearish on OP just because of all the red dots popping up on the 4-hour, on the daily, and then your 16-hour, yeah. I would lean a little bit more bearish. I mean, daily red dots typically do bring you down somewhat. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Frankie, have you ever heard of a Tough Mudder race? Dixon, yes, I have. I actually have a cousin that works for Tough Mudder. I think that's the one. And I think they're doing one in Atlanta coming up this month. My cousin told me. So, yeah. Yeah, I do know about that. Shout out to you guys. Let's see. Hey, what is the indicator at the bottom looking like an RSI? Sorry, I'm new to this channel. Shout out to Alex, and welcome to the Frankie Candles live stream, where we go live and do 2 hours of TA every single weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that indicator we're looking at on the bottom is going to be Market Cipher, specifically Market Cipher B, which is a part of the Market Cipher suite, which involves also Market Cipher A, which are these little signals you get on your candles. But yeah, it's Market Cipher. So there you go. But guys, how long have we been going for? What do we got here? Is it time? And with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time we've got for the altcoins. Let's go. See. Brad said, to be fair, Alex started with Roberto. Let's go. Shout out to Roberto. But yeah, OP is OP. Let's go. Yeah, and hey, shout out to Wolfman ate my crypto, welcoming Alex Gupil into the Candle Mafia, bro. Welcome in. I do have my stack of money. Hey, Alex, welcome to the Candle Mafia, where I show you and the Candle Mafia how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down, so you can make some of these Benjis trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down. And welcome to the Candle Mafia, bro. We're gonna throw a light 2K for you. Let's go. Shout out to Alex. Bing bong. Welcome to the Candle Mafia, bro. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. How many likes did we get? I'm afraid to look. It's been rough in the sideways action to get people to smash this like button, guys. But if you have not already, smash that like button. We were looking for 1,000 or 850 likes, but we only have 585. Yikes, that is rough, but that's okay. We'll get a light 5 spins in here, no big deal. Shout out to the Candle Mafia, said slap a hot dog on my face and call me honey. Welcome to the Candle Mafia. It's autopilot. Let's go. Let's go. Bing bong. Let's get bing bongs in chat for Alex. Welcome to the Candle Mafia, bro. Smash that subscribe button if you want to hang out with the best trading community on YouTube, the Candle Mafia. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. All right. Well, what's going on here? Bada boom. Thanks, Frankie. You're the man. Shout out to Dixon. No, you're the man, bro. Shout out to you. Crypto Billy said, Frankie, you would be proud of me. I went to the gym and started the Frankie Candles show on every single treadmill on a screen. My workout today. Yo, hold up. Billy, if you're serious, bro, shoot me. Did you actually do that? That's hilarious, bro. If you really did that, that is legendary. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I don't put it past you, bro. I'll tell you that. I would not put it past you. I kind of picture Crypto Billy is a special human being. So, yeah, I don't put it past you, bro. Shout out to you, Crypto Billy. And what was I going to say? Shout out to the gym, guys. I went to the gym for the second time in the past year. So shout out to me for not being lazy. But let's not congratulate anybody too much here. I went like once a week for 2 weeks. That's not enough. That doesn't do anything. But we're just trying to get into the swing of things. It's all about just building the habit before we start caring about the results. But yeah, shout out to the Izzy. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. Says smash that like button. It's free and Frankie is worth the love. Shout out to the Izzy. Thank you so much, man. Not a small super chat, bro. So I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much, man. And if you guys don't want to super chat or spend any money buying merch or whatever you got, if you want to support the channel, guys, the easiest and most free way you could do it is by smashing that like button. But yeah, to push, the more you smash that like button, guys, it's good for the algorithm, right? I don't do it because it makes me feel good. It does make me feel good, but it's the algorithm. We all have to worship the YouTube algorithm. I wish I didn't have to, but it's like we try to keep the clickbait to a minimum here, guys. But it's the game of YouTube. You know, some people like clickbait title. And it's like, man, it's like no one watches the video if you don't make the title like that. So, you got to play that YouTube game. And that smashing that like button does kick us into that algorithm to get more people to pushes our content in front of more eyeballs. So if we get lit live streams with tons of likes, more people will see, and then new people will come in, and it gets exciting, and it's super fun. And we grow the Candle Mafia into even more of an unstoppable force than we already are. Kind of scary, guys. When we get to like 100K, it's going to be a very, very, very scary thing. We're going to have a very, very powerful thing going on. It's funny, like when we accepted Chemistry Bro in as a mod on Friday, we did that little ritual, and I ended it, and I think I said this on stream. I ended it, and the lights were off, the candles were burning, everybody was throwing candles in chat. It was so lit. That was so cool. No pun intended. As I'm reading it, everyone's just throwing up candles. But after we stopped it, I was like, and welcome Chemistry Bro. Was that too culty? It kind of seemed culty. We don't want to build too much of a cult here, but hey. Candle Mafia be a special community, and what another word for special community, synonym for special community is what? Cult. I'm just kidding. I'm going to stop saying that word so we don't get banned on YouTube. But there we go, guys. We were only supposed to have 5 spins, but we spun it 7 times. So let's go. We got 6 out of 7 giveaways. Let's go, guys. Don't forget, if you are questioning how you get in if you are questioning on how to win the giveaways, guys, you gotta go ahead and leave a like and a comment and be a subscriber, and then leave a like and a comment on the selected pre-recorded videos on the channel, which have not been released yet. So, stick around for the live streams. The mods will let you know where to like. Let's see. YouTube is going to crack down on you guys when you have 1 million subs. Yeah, probably. They're going to be like, hey, no more saying the word cult or nuke to the floor. I say that a lot about market crashes, but yeah. Let's see. I'm down for a mafia, but not a cult. Sorry. Shout out to It's Autopilot. I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that. Just like and comment on every video. Yeah. Hey, it never hurts. I mean, I don't know which ones the mods pick anyway, so I don't know. But anyway, guys, it's a family. If you know, you know. Shout out to Creighton C. Big part of the mafia. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for I just saw schlong in the chat. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm just kidding. I know what you guys are talking about. Talk about short and long at the same time. But with all that being said, guys, that is all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Crypto Redbot says #CandleMob. Let's go. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for spending not all your free time, but spending your precious free time with us, doing 2 hours of TA with the Candle Mafia and your boy Frankie Candles. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Hey, Alex, welcome, bro. Welcome to the Candle Mafia. We already love you, and we don't even know you yet. I'll see you next time. Alex, I'll be looking for you on tomorrow's live stream. Hopefully you show up. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
Boo! Did I scare you? Did I scare you? Please tell me I scared somebody. Please, for the love of God, tell me I scared somebody. We didn't even transition. I just popped right on. I bet I scared somebody. Shout out to anybody in Crypto Billy's gym watching on the treadmills. Hey, welcome to the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, where I show you how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down. I'm sorry if I scared anybody, but it was kind of the point. Mafia, I love each and every single one of you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got to get Mrs. Candles out of the closet. I think she's deflating a little bit. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love each and every single one of you. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.